Well, I have lost track of just exactly how many times I've had the inner tube out of the tire, off the rim, repaired, and put back together again. Now, at this point in my journey, I happened to be just outside of Flagstaff, and it just so happened that it was the weekend of Overland Expo, and Eva was in town. I called Eva, and she came and rescued me with her pickup truck. Originally, when I left home, it was my intention to ride all the way up to Tonopah, Nevada. When I arrived in Flagstaff, I didn't feel like I had the time or energy to continue to Nevada, but fortunately, there was a silver lining to this story, and a plan B readily emerged. So I'm heading into Overland Expo now, which is located in a county park just outside of Flagstaff, but we're gonna go in here and see if we can't track down my good friends from Butler Maps.
Butler Maps was started in 2008 in Colorado. We've got 38 different states around the country mapped now.
So Court is loading me up with my Butler Maps now. He's giving me 2 of their brand new Adventure Series maps and 2 of the classic G1, which is more of the pavement featured maps.
But if you want a lot more detail into those dirt roads, that's where this Adventure Series comes into play. One inset box can have 150, 200 miles of really good adventure riding in just this inset box.
So my idea here is that I was originally intending to head off in a different direction. I had a different agenda on this trip. Due to a variety of circumstances, that didn't work out. So I didn't know where to go, and I kind of needed a plan B. And then Butler Maps happens to show up with this new map of the best unpaved roads here in my home state of Arizona. So what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna go on a quest for the best dirt roads in Arizona according to Butler Maps. And if we look at the map here, you can see that there's 15 different call-out boxes, actually 16, and each one of them has a featured yellow route, which means that it's the best of the best. There's also red and there's also orange, but I'm going to try to hit at least one of the best yellow routes in every one of these call-out boxes and make my way back down south. Do you think that's something that I'll be able to do?
You're going to ride your Trail 100?
It's a 125. Don't call it a 100.
Okay.
I need all the power I can get.
That's true. Okay, so your Trail 125, yes.
Is it going to make it on all these routes? That's not your typical adventure bike.
No, I think it will make it on all of these routes with some patience, depending on some of the sand, if there's any sand on some of them. But yes, you will make it for sure, and it will be a pretty amazing journey.
You heard that. He said, yes, you will make it for sure.
Totally. Absolutely. It'll be good.
Well, that's it. That's the long and short of it. I'm going to head out here from Overland Expo, powered by Butler Maps on this quest for the best dirt roads in Arizona. That's my plan B.
Yeah.
Thanks, Court.
Yeah, thank you, Sterling. Can't wait to see it.
Now it's time to hit the road on the tiny Honda Trail 125 and go check out some of the best dirt roads in Arizona. I'm going to be heading north to the first inset on the Butler Adventure map. In order to get there, I'm going to have to take a good chunk of pavement. We'll see how that goes. This isn't the best bike to be going down the fast paved roads competing with other cars and traffic, but hopefully this won't be too busy of a road, and we'll be up in northern Arizona this afternoon. So this is my system for getting water and, most importantly, ice. I have a water bag right here, water bladder, so 1.5 liters of, actually 2 liters of water. But more importantly, I have this insulated bag, and I'm going to go into the gas station and fill it up with ice for the cooler. There we go. And then this can just go right back inside of here. All right. So I'm doing about 50 miles an hour, just to give you guys an idea of what kind of speed I can do. It's nice when there's a passing lane like this and the other traffic can get around me. All in all, not too bad. 50 miles an hour is quite reasonable, I think. Wow, this is a totally different environment. Big, giant red rocks all around. 15 miles south of Page, Arizona. I can see the whole desert valley down below me. I do believe that is the Colorado River. What an epic stretch of road. This has got to be pretty highly rated on the Butler maps, I would imagine. The first road that we're going to go on is called House Rock Road, and that's where I'm standing right now. A picturesque ride awaits through the breathtaking Vermillion Cliffs and the terminus to the Arizona Backcountry Discovery Route. This road is also the trailhead access point to The Wave, a striking sandstone feature. And keep an eye out for condors as you head north. Great dispersed camping can be found in this area, as well as other hiking opportunities, and riders can continue north to access Highway 89 in Utah. Well, I should point out first that I'm actually at the northern end of this route. I'm going to be riding south. So I'm in Utah right now, starting on this road, and I'll be heading into Arizona and finishing in Arizona. I think the road is about 30 miles long. Of course, it's going to be a dirt road, and other than that, I don't really know what to expect other than it's one of the best dirt roads in Arizona according to this map. So let's go find out. Well, I'm pretty excited to be bringing you guys on this adventure with me as we just get started here, really. The first road and the first episode, new series with Butler Motorcycle Maps, exploring the best adventure roads in Arizona. We're on one of them right now, House Rock Road. Well, this is a pretty smooth road so far. It's fairly hard-packed dirt. Obviously, it'd be a different situation if it was wet out. If it was raining or just after a rain, this would be a god-awful mess. Right now, it's pretty hard and firm. Okay, well, we're making progress. Looks like we've went about 5 miles so far. The road is in pretty good shape. It's definitely scenic, and it's a pretty nice night to be out riding. Well, this is getting really pretty through here. Look at the color of all these rocks. Even the road, rich dark red. Can you imagine how treacherous this would be during a rain? It would just turn into that wet, slippery clay. Slippery but sticky at the same time. You slip and slide on it, but it also wants to stick to everything, cover your wheels. Yeah, so far I would say this is a lovely dirt road. I don't see why it wouldn't be ranked highly. It's very scenic. Meadows and mountains and rock faces, small canyons. Looks like some kind of a trailhead or something here. This is Wire Pass Trailhead. Well, here we go. We're entering Arizona and leaving Utah. Well, I stopped to take a look at these cliffs here. I'm not sure if these are the Vermillion Cliffs or not, but there's definitely some picturesque scenery going on around here. I like this. I like this a lot. The road is in pretty good shape. It's definitely scenic, and it's a pretty nice night. Man, what a beautiful night to be out here in this part of northern Arizona. The Vermillion Cliffs in the background. That's the red rock that you see rising up out of the landscape. The sun is just about to go down behind this hill over here, and it's going to get dark soon, so I still haven't found a place to camp. The campground back there was full. I'm going to look at the map and see what I can come up with. But I'm having a hard time stopping my photography because it's so beautiful, and this is just the right time of night when things really start to look good. And these cliffs you can see in the background, maybe that's why they get their name, the Vermillion Cliffs, because they're kind of turning into a red fiesta of color. I don't want to stop riding, but I do want to get my camp set up and have a good campsite, so I must get back on the road. Well, we're just about to lose all of our sunshine, and I actually turned around just because I wanted you guys to see what it looks like when you're heading in the other direction. I think that a northerly direction on this road would probably be better, and do it at sundown, because you could see how these rock walls catch the light, the late afternoon light. I'm gonna sort of call this as the high point of this ride. This moment right here, looking at all these beautiful rocks off in the distance, the sun just about ready to go down behind these mountains. Then I'm gonna turn around and hightail it back the other direction and see what I can do to find a place to camp. It said that you're only allowed to camp at 3 existing campsites. So I've got to find something that's already established here. I'm not looking for this kind of challenge right now this late at night. So back to the main road and we'll carry on. But you got to check out these little side roads and see what you might find. But it's also important for me to play by the rules. In other words, I don't want to be camping where it's not allowed and set a bad example for you guys. So if they say only camp in designated camping areas, that's what I'm gonna try to do. Ah, score. This is perfect. That was a big day of pavement. All the way from Flagstaff up to Page, Arizona. And on a little Honda Trail 125, that takes a little while. And that's not to say that I was going extremely slow. I was doing between 50 and 60 miles an hour, but with a few stops for filming and some wind to contend with, it ended up taking me most of the morning and into the afternoon. But I made it here and I found a really nice campsite. I'm gonna cook a little dinner, relax. I have a glass of Chardonnay, thanks to the cooler with ice that I brought with me. All in all, I would say a very successful day. A successful first road in this adventure. This dirt road adventure in Arizona, the best dirt roads that there are. We're gonna check them off one by one until we get through all of them. We'll just kick back and relax for the rest of the night, get up early, have some coffee and some breakfast, and finish this road out. What an absolutely great place to wake up. I've already made breakfast, I'm packed up, and I'm ready to get back on the road. So I'm going to get back on the bike this morning and finish off House Rock Road, but I had a really nice camp spot here with these rocks and this big old tree here. And now it's time to get back on the road and finish up our first road in this Butler Adventure Roads series. I'm about halfway down this dirt road. It's 30 miles long, so I'm about 15 miles down the road and about 15 miles to go. It is just approaching 9 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna enjoy the last half of this ride this morning. So this isn't too bad. It's a pretty wide, flat gravel road. So you got to be on your toes a little bit, but generally speaking, this is a fairly easy road in these conditions. It would be a lot different if it was wet out, but we're just cruising out in the open rangeland right now. Got some big, beautiful cliffs off to the left once again, and I should be out at the pavement here pretty soon, I would think. This is a condor viewing area. This is an area where they are released, a habitat. The Vermillion Cliff condors are wanderers, soaring throughout the region. The best time to view them at this site is in winter and early spring. They're picky when it comes to where they live. They use caves or ledges for nesting, and they prefer high cliffs or perches that afford safe sites for roosting and updrafts for flight. The leading cause of death is lead poisoning. This comes from spent ammunition found in the remains of dead animals upon which the condors feed. California condors have been around for 1.65 million years, but by the mid-1980s they nearly disappeared. In 1996, 6 condors were transferred from a captive breeding facility in California and released on top of the Vermillion Cliff. Since then, 6 to 10 condors are released here each year. A California condor, 114 inches, 9.5 feet, 2.9 meters. Well, what an absolutely great way to wrap up my first dirt road in this series of videos. And I am so excited to get back on the road and get off to the next one. If you want to learn more about this dirt road or any of the other great dirt roads in Arizona, pick up a copy of the Butler Maps Arizona Adventure Series. Butler Maps is a sponsor of this video, and their new series highlights the best dirt roads in the state of Arizona. There's a link in the description to this video where you can receive a discount, and you'll be helping out this channel in the process. All right, that's it for now. I'm off to find the next dirt road in this series. We'll see you next time.